And once you fill out the attendance form, you're going to get access to the recording. Okay, so right about now, I think we can get started. If you can hear me loud and clear, give me a thumbs up so I know you can hear me clearly. If you're on this call, you can hear me loud and clear, give me a thumbs up. Okay, thank you, Chigozie, Adeni, Nera, Thandi. Thank you so much, everyone, for your response. Okay, so today's conversation is going to revolve around a very simple, direct topic. Okay, how can you build a tech career that can take you global? Okay, so if you're an individual that is currently wondering, oh, I'm in the marketing space, education space, and I'm looking to transition. I need a job that can either potentially get me a visa sponsorship role or a full-on remote role. How do I go about it? What are the necessary activities? What are necessary activities that happens and so on and so forth? This is the conversation to be in, okay? So I'm going to be sharing tips and tricks, looking at the specific information, how to go about it, and then basically giving you all the necessary insights on that level, okay? So if you're excited to get started, please put up in the chat, let's go, so that I know that you're present. Please also grab a pen and a paper, get light drink, something to just keep you on while you are currently in the session. So if you're here, you're ready and good to go. Don't give me a thumbs up. It's not too hard. In 2 seconds, just type rather, let's go. Okay, thank you, Adeni. And for those who are just joining in, welcome to today's session. So while that is currently ongoing, I'm going to bring up my slide so that we can get started. Oh, I love the energy in today's session. Thank you so much for your taking part in the activity rather. So so let's get right into it. Before we do any of the fun stuff in terms of learning what this actually entails, I'd like to get to know you, okay? I already introduced myself. So my name is Treasure Akyopo. I am an AI project manager and I also work in partnerships, and I'm also a career coach. So I've helped over 150 individuals, both young and old, get full-time role in AI project management and other tech skills, okay? So today I have the honor and the privilege to speak to each and every one of you on this call. And I also want to get to know you. One thing we like to do in this session is not just talk a lot, but also give individuals like everybody on the call an opportunity to network with each other. So if it's not too much trouble, just go in the chat, put your name, where you're joining us from, what you currently do, and your LinkedIn profile. Why is this that I'm asking you to do this? Because we have CEOs, HRs, top decision makers from different industries on the call. And we also want them to have the opportunity to, connect with each individual as much as possible. So please, let's get that started. Your name. I just said HR, and HR manager already put his information up. So your name, your job title, your location, and your LinkedIn profile link. Okay, so my name is Treasure Akirpo, AI projects manager. I'm currently based out of Lagos, Nigeria. I would like to hear from everyone on the call. Okay, so this is an exercise that really gets a conversation going for every individual here. If you are looking for job opportunities, this is a good time to also put that out there so that the potential CEOs, decision makers, CFOs, and whatever the case may be, can also pick that up. Okay, I've only gotten one response so far. We are a lot more on this call. Please, let's do well to put out that information so that we can get started. Okay, so if you're on the call, if it's not too much trouble, please just put up the information. Let's get started. Okay. All right, Tanbi. Okay, let's start from the first person. I have Maxwell Samson Abikele. Apologies if I didn't pronounce that correctly. He's an HR manager joining from Lagos State. Okay, the next person I have on the call is Tandy Chamutinia. Apologies if I mispronounce that. Currently a medical student based in China, yet to make my LinkedIn profile. Tandy, I 1000% would recommend you get on that. As a medical professional, even someone looking to get into health tech, one of the ways you can get a wider reach, not just get jobs in China, but looking across the UK, the US, is LinkedIn. It is a very good social platform for professionals, okay? So the next person we have is Usman Majia, he's based in Kano. Usman Muhammad is his LinkedIn profile name. We also have Razak Victoria, an HMO manager joining from Lagos. Then we have, one second, Hope Osereme, who is a communicationist, social media manager, content. I love the fact that you explain all your skill sets so that, even if you are looking for a social media manager or a content writer, you already know this is the place to work, reach out to the individual form. We have Modebare Jesu Esther, a diction teacher in Lagos State. Please update your LinkedIn profile. Don't let it get old. That is one of the things we're going to be talking on in today's call. We have Ahmed Schwaib, growth operations and partnership leads for a company. We have Favor, engineering student. She's looking to learn and work for open opportunity. Elizabeth, currently a computer student. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. It's very nice to meet you. And, for individuals, please connect with them as much as possible. I can see more coming in. Just connect with them. This is one way to get your platform out there as much as possible. Okay. So my colleague Zuliat is going to be, she already shared the attendance form. Please do well to fill out the information. Your information, while we're asking for it, is not for any particular reason, but to be able to send you the recording and slide after the session is done. It's very, very imperative that you fill out this form so that you can get access to it. Okay, so without further ado, let's not waste your time. I want to get in and out, give you the vital information that we need to discuss, holiday night, and then you can go back to having a phenomenal Saturday. Okay, so if you're here with me, today's conversation, like I earlier mentioned, is going to be focusing on how can I build a tech career that can take you global. Okay, so I'm going to be speaking from my own personal experience, people that have helped so far, and also getting some few insight from individuals on the call. Okay, so going into tech right now is like the new oil money. Okay, it's one of those fast converting type of roles. If you're looking at getting a global talent visa, right after the medicals, the next one is tech careers. That's one of the very highest rated career pathways. Okay, I'm not saying leave your job. I'm not saying if you want to transition, great. But what I'm saying is, how can you make more money with either a side hustle, something incorporated into what you currently do, just to make sure that you're hitting your goals and objective. And one of those key ways is tech. Okay, so I myself am coming from the health background. I basically studied nursing in school. I was going to work as a nurse, but I pivoted into project management because I did my research. I felt like, okay, this is more comfortable for me. This is where I can earn more money and so on and so forth. And I got into it. Okay, and in the last 8 years now, I've been able to build a career for myself. Let's say the basic average salary, I don't majorly work with Nigerian currency, but the basic average salary you're going to be getting is anywhere between 2,000 to 4,000 USD starting salary. I'm not even saying someone that has worked up 4 or 5 years, starting salary for AI project management. You still have the AI automation engineers, AI data analysts, and so on and so forth. Some individuals might be considering, oh, how do I incorporate it into medicine or HR or, teaching? How can I infuse this into what I currently do? And do you know what? You already have 50% of what it takes to become an AI professional. Do you know why? You already have the industry experience as a business analyst, as a business management personnel, a medical professional. The other 50% is how can you upgrade your normal skills using AI to get a diverse audience and not just limiting yourself to what you currently do. Okay, this is basically what we're going to focus on in today's conversation. So let's get right into it. How do I build a tech career that can take myself global? Okay, so let's get into it. So why did you decide to get into today's conversation? What prompted you? You saw the title and decided, oh, I need to get into this. What specifically brought you to today's call? Is it, I am tired of my job, okay? Day in, day out, I have to go deal with traffic, come back home. I don't have enough time to spend with my family. Or since the last 5, 7, 8 years, the highest they paid me is nothing more than 500,000 naira. I'm going to use this in naira quotation. For some of you, you've not gotten anything more than $300 in your entire life of working. Is that why you're here? or you're looking to improve your skills. I'm very, very interested in making sure that I am among the global individuals that are getting more money as much as they can. This is why I'm in today's conversation. So why did you join today's conversation? If your hands are not too busy, please just put it in the chat so I can see why you are on here, and then basically we can pick up the conversation from there. So why did you join today's call? Let's have it, guys. Why are you currently on today's call? Let's have it. Let's have it. And please do well to share this link with your friends, your family, everyone you think deserves to be on this call. Okay. So Adeni has gotten the ball rolling to improve and learn new skills. Okay. So thank you so much. Okay. So we have Vivian who raised her hand. So I'm just gonna give her. Okay, Vivian, are you shy? You put your hands down. Okay. You can also put your response in the chat. I am very much looking at the chat as well. So why did you join today's conversation? I don't want to be speaking from an abstract perspective. I want to speak and direct it to you as an individual. So if I don't know why you're here, I'm going to be generalizing. So I want to ensure that whatever I'm saying hits you at your point of need. Okay. So Maxwell said, I joined because 1096 is such a wonderful and lovely platform that helps build professional. Thank you so much, Maxwell. Guys, are you sleeping? We just have 2 responses so far. Or did you join this call to see my face? If you join this call to see my face, you can also put it up there. Okay, Dogara said, okay, Dogara is joining from Kaduna and is trying to build and improve himself in any AI marketable courses. Fantastic. So I'm going to be talking about the top 10 job career pathways in AI that you can be doing and what programs you can attribute them to. If you're looking at earning what now? The minimum salary in the US, I think, is between 60 to 90,000 for professionals. For the UK, it's almost around 100 plus. For Canada and so on and so forth, 120 thereabouts. So we want to look at what specific AI program fits you. Okay, so Tandy says, to diversify and broaden my skill set, I definitely do not want to be stuck running around in hospital with minimum. Oh my God, that is such a beautiful response. I can relate because that's one of the reasons I kind of like ran away from nursing. I wanted to, earn really well, have time for myself and my family, be able to do things beyond the healthcare space. So I can really, really relate to this. So Charity says, I want to improve my AI skills and go into content creation. Content creators right now are one of the biggest booming, industry at the moment. I never knew that was an untapped resource that I wasn't, making use of. But once I did, and I started getting people requesting for coaching based off the videos I was creating, I knew that was a different gold mine. So using AI, I was able to create multiple videos, scale up my videos, and get people, convert leads as much as possible. So even in content creation, there is something for you. Okay. So we also have Vivian saying, learning AI automation to improve herself. Oge says, I've learned data analysis. I want to see if I can learn how to get a remote job. You are in the right place. It is one thing to learn a course, but you're not learning the course just for the fun of it, right? You are learning the course because you want to either upskill and make more money for it. But not everyone that gets the certificate knows how to translate that certificate into a paying job. Okay, so it's one thing to get that certificate, it's a whole other situation to be able to land roles. And this is what the conversation is for. Hamza said, to make life easier for myself, because I didn't get this point. Self-improvement, upgrade my skills and escape. 9 to 5 is a really interesting pathway, but it is not for everyone. So Austin says, I want to improve my AI so I can improve my income. Okay, so I think the general consensus here is, I want to improve my income. I want to make more money. I have made more money based off where I'm coming from to where I am now. And I want to explain how I achieved this, how some of our students have been able to do it, and how you can do it. Okay, so let's move into today's proper. I like to categorize individuals on the call, okay, because I was also one of them. Are you someone who is physically exhausted? You do 9 to 5, you deal with traffic, your boss can be the most silly human, you are just exhausting yourself day in, day out. You are spending your 20s, 30s, 40s, giving it to a company, and you are paying, in short, if you are being paid 500,000 naira, that is a ridiculous amount of money in comparison with how the spending activity, what's the cost of things, and so on and so forth. You need to be earning so much more. And to think that some people are not to put anyone down, some people are earning 100,000, 200,000, and they still have to factor in, oh, how can I pay for my children's school fees? It is pretty insane. Okay, so how can you build your salary? How can you ensure that even if you don't want to leave your 9 to 5, your side hustle can even pay you 10 times, 15 times more what your current job is giving you, and then you can decide to move out entirely. Okay, so the next one is, some of you have heard your friends move up the ladder. Okay, one way or the other, they've been able to climb the ladder, and you are stuck. How can you, for the last 3 years, not been promoted from what you're currently doing into another stage? This frustration is eating away at you, okay? And then finally, you also have some individuals that tell me, oh, at this age, how can I get into AI? Oh, I am 60. Oh, I am 50 years of age. Where do I want to start from? Oh, I'm 40. I've given 10 years, 20 years into this career. Do I want to go and start as a beginner somewhere else? No. That's the mistake. You are not starting as a beginner. Like I said earlier, you already have 50% of all you need. The other 50% is on the other aspect of things, which is the AI aspect. So if you combine both of them, you are now 100% fully ready to get into the market. Okay. So I had someone 60 years of age who later became a director of project management. His salary is over 200,000 plus USD, 200,000. He has over 20 years worth of experience. 200,000 at the end of the year. Do the maths. It is not small money. You can retire from whatever you're doing and go live your life. And this is the conversation. We want to help you. I want to help you get there. And this is why we're having today's career session. So what am I going to show you in today's session? What are the AI skills that will enable you land jobs within 2 months? Some people will tell me, Treasure, it's not realistic, it's not feasible. There is a process to it. If you follow the process accurately, you follow it to the letter, you are more yes, you'll get the recording of the session, Charity. Please just ensure that you fill the attendance form. But anybody that's coming into this call, please fill the attendance form. It's very important because I, like to reach out to people as much as possible. Greatness, I don't know what's confusing because we literally just got started. You can let me know in the chat what you're confused about so I can clarify. Okay, this is a career session looking at how you can improve your career skills, what are the jobs out there for you, how you can make more money, not limiting you to the naira currency, how you can earn in hard currency. Okay, so if you can't fill the attendance form, please just send a WhatsApp message to Ziliat. She'll direct you on what you need to do. Okay, so let's go back to the session. What I'm going to show you in this conversation is how can I land jobs with AI skills in 2 months. Okay, so some people will tell me, oh, Treasure, it's not realistic. When I say jobs, I'm not limiting you to just full-time roles. Okay, I'm talking about contract opportunities, even internship role that if they're paying you a minimum of $10 per hour, you are working a 20-hour week, 4 weeks in a month. Do that math. You are earning between 2 to 3 million naira in a very, very simple calculation basis. Now think higher. You're earning $20, $30 as a contract role. Okay, it pays more. If you have that and you're working for 3-4 companies, with AI, you can achieve it. You don't need to go through the manual process of building dashboard anymore as a data analyst. Oh, I want to clean my data. I want to visualize my data. It's not this day and age to do that. As a medical professional, you deal with patient information as much as possible. You're always researching one new disease or the other. How can you use AI to improve your process? How can that help you get proper roles in the healthcare industry as a healthcare analyst? This is what today's conversation is going to be about. Okay, so the next one we're looking at is learn the skills required to land the job the right way. Funny story is there is 1,001 information out there. Oh, come into AI this, oh, do AI that, oh, do AI this. But it's so confusing. It sounds like a lot of noise. What do I do? Which do I even listen to? Who will help me, direct me properly to say, oh, as a marketing professional, this is the best AI course for you. Oh, as someone looking to move from student phase into the working environment, this is the best AI. So this is what we're going to be achieving in today's session. Okay. Then the next thing we have is gain the experience to show employers that you are the best candidate for the job. Okay. So one thing that you need to know about AI is it is not by mouth, oh, I know how to use AI. That's not what captures employers. That's not what captures recruiters. It is based on what can you do? What can you do? Okay, that is what they majorly look at. What's your project portfolio? How do you present yourself? Can you speak confidently to the skills that you've built? How can your CV even go through the ATS system? Do you have the same type of CV over and over again when you apply for jobs? Do you know that AI can build you a fantastic CV that is over 90% match to the jobs that you're applying to? Do you know that it is not every job you apply to? The more strategic your application process, the better your odds. If you are spending time every day, day in, day out, you're applying to different type of roles, expecting manna from heaven, it's not going to do the best with your time. Okay, this is where AI can help you achieve your goals very, very quickly. Okay, so finally, how do I get started today? The amount you spend on a day-to-day basis, if you're looking at, oh, how can I get jobs that would get me that amount of money? I'm not going to wait 5-6 months to hit that activity. I'm going to get started right now. Okay. And this is what I'm going to show you in the conversation that we're going to have. So for individuals that are just coming across us for the first time, I'm going to quickly introduce the company to you, and then we can get started. So, Tenalytics business, I don't really like to say we do edtech because there are 1,001 edtechs. I look at it from this perspective. You are looking at someone who is getting ready to break into tech. How can I guide them from start to finish? When I say start, someone that's never done anything tech oriented, someone that can build their profile from nothing to something, and someone who can get a high paying job role. Okay, so we look at the entire spectrum. If you've never worked anything AI or tech related, how can I get jobs at the end of the day? So what we quantify as success is when you've been able to land jobs, you've been able to set up your business, or you've been able to land contract roles. This is what we define as success. If you've not achieved any of these three things, we've not quantified you as a successful candidate. So once you've gotten your certificate, it's just 50%. Once you start to get interviews, another 60-70%. Once you get approved for the job, you are looking at 80-90%. Once you start working 3 to 6 months, we'll say 100% completion. So this is what we look at here at Tenalytics business. So the company itself is actually based in Alberta, Canada, London, United Kingdom as well. Do you know why this is helpful for you? One thing that is so sad to see in the global communities, they don't really care about your. Please, if you have any question, just put it in the chat. Zuliat, please help Maureen Ikeji with the form. Okay, so one thing that really helps individuals, if you are looking to apply for jobs globally, it's so sad. I would say I have worked in the banking industry for 5 to 10 years, and I create my CV, I give it out for for different jobs. They come back and tell me that, oh, you do not have the necessary experience. That is a fancy way of saying, oh, you don't have Canadian experience, you don't have UK experience, you don't have US experience. And I wonder, is it not the same procedure? But actually, to be very quite frank with you, it is not the same procedure at all. So what do we do in that scenario? We step up and provide you the experience they require from you. Okay, they're asking you for UK US experience. What do? We provide you UK US experience. We tell you, put it on your CV, put it on your profile. This is one of the things that really changed the ways for most of our successful testimonials. Okay, so the very next thing we have on here is, in the last 5 years, we have helped I'm not saying one, I'm not saying two, 4,000 plus people who don't have any prior job experience transition from, I have never done anything tech oriented. I'm a teacher, I'm a sales manager, I'm an HR professional, to someone who has been able to land tech roles. And I'm not saying just the baby tech roles, the ones that pay big buck. Okay, that's what we've been able to achieve so far. So we have employees across the UK, US, Nigeria, and so on and so forth. And then we have a lot of courses that you can get into. Okay, so now, okay, I guess I have to introduce myself. My name is Treasure, like I mentioned earlier. So I look at client success, partnerships, project management, and so on and so forth. One thing for you to know is that in as much in the African space, we have partnered with thousands of, very strong companies. I'm talking about the likes of Arik Air, MTN, Kuda, Mikano Motors. We've partnered with the likes of them to train their staff on AI. If you're someone that's thinking, I want to get to those top-notch countries in Africa or the top-notch country globally, one thing you need to know is they are wiping out those individuals that don't have AI experience. Year in, month out, one of the major requested courses is AI. Oh, we want our staff to be able to understand AI. We want them to be able to achieve this, achieve that, okay? So this is what we do on a global scale. So I mentioned earlier that I'm a project manager for 3 major companies, 2 in the UK and 1 in the US. I also handle partnerships and business development. And I've been able to train individuals personally, myself, 150 individuals cutting across different age range. And that is why I'm also a career coach. And I'm also here to be able to speak to you and help you figure out how you can merge AI with your current activity. Okay, so let's get started. But I want to get the feel of individuals on the call right now. If you're still here with me, give me your favorite emoji so we can move into the specifics of what today's session is all about. If you're still here with me, please give me your favorite emoji so we can move into the very specifics of today's session. Okay, thumbs up. Thank you, Charity. Thank you, Maxwell. Guys, are we still here? Guys, are we still here? Okay, all right. So let's get into it. I've kind of highlighted this in my first slide. The webinar is built for people exactly like you. One funny story right now is across the world on a global scale, we have over 72% employers that are looking for AI talent urgently, desperately. Go on LinkedIn, go on Indeed, go on any job board platform. One of the major, please, if you have a question, just put it in the chat. I'm also reading the chat while I'm, delivering this session. Okay, so let me take my step back. So for the employers right now, one of the major things that they're looking for is how can I get AI talents? How can I get AI talent? Do you know the average time for you to be able to, find an AI talent? It is 6 months. I have worked as a recruiter. I've helped people, hire for roles. 6 months to get a good AI talent. Average time. What if we cut down the time? We have over 70 plus people on the call. What if you are able, all 70 of you get an AI talent? You are shifting the needle closer to helping people find jobs faster or helping them get the necessary talent faster. Okay, so this 72%, we want to close that gap as much as possible. 67% higher pay for AI skilled roles. Funny story, I'm going to tell you personally, myself, as a project manager, I started off with what, 1,000 USD every month. But then when I moved into getting into AI project management roles specifically, that bumped up to 3,500, from 1,000 to 3,500. 1,000 USD is already a lot of money. 3,500 USD is a ridiculous amount of money for just a role. Just one role. I'm not talking about multiple roles, one role. Imagine working for 3 different companies in 3 different, 3 different payments grade. You know that is a sweet spot to be in, okay? And to be very frank with you, I started off in nursing. It wasn't like I did anything AI or tech oriented. But then I said, this tech thing, I must learn it. I must find a way. But the funny thing is, I didn't want to be part of like the coding or anything technical. But I know that I can always talk my way out of situations. So what's the best way to use my own skills, get a bit of AI tech knowledge about it, and get into the system? And I went for it. Funny enough, I can also get into a health tech related roles, but I kind of just diverted into software development. If I can do it, you most 1,000% can do it. And trust me, AI roles, anything that is just attached AI. Funny story, AI, data analyst, AI projects manager, they've shot up the money. And the very interesting thing is anything AI related does not they don't work as hard as the typical projects manager, typical data analyst. Because when I started to build a Gantt chart, I could use like 2 weeks to get it done after I do my requirements gathering. Okay. But then with AI, I do it in less than a day. Okay. So I'm working far lesser, getting more money within the same amount of time. This is basically what I want for you as well. I don't only have to benefit from this, you can also benefit from it. Okay. So this is basically what the call is for. We already have 41 countries that are reporting this shortage. In my company itself, we hire roles every other day, just one company. Okay. So imagine it on a global level. 41 countries are already reporting shortage because they don't have individuals with these AI skills. Okay. So how can you get into it? If you're a student or fresh graduates, please take this very seriously. Don't wait till, oh, my NYSC, this is when I want to start working. Please, those are ridiculous timeline. Get into it now. That's the most brilliant time to do it. I started working when I was in the university. You need to start doing it now. Okay. So the very next set of people are job seekers. Job seekers can be people that are still working, but on the side, you're still applying for roles. It's a very funny story. No matter how much money you're making, you can never be too comfortable. I myself, every single day, I have a timeline, okay, between what now, 9 to about 11. Once I'm done with work, I start to apply for roles. I do it every single day. I go on interviews as much as I can. I like to say, oh God, am I still hot in the market? Can I earn more? Can I do better than I'm doing at the moment? I always do that. If you're not a graduate, fantastic. Okay. You need to, at the very worst scenario, have like a high school diploma, high school certification, to get into this. Okay. So once you have that, you are good to go. Because now what's global is not Nigeria where they say, oh, do you have BSc, do you have MSc? It's great to have those. Don't take that away. But coming on the global perspective, they want to see what is your project portfolio. What have you done? Show me what you can build. That is what they are more focused on. Rather than, oh, what did you learn in school? What did I learn in school does not concern what I'm looking to work on now. Okay. So even if you don't have a degree, when I'm like a university degree, this still works for you. Okay. Then a working professional, you guys are very much involved. Entrepreneurs. If you're looking to improve your profit level, okay, from where you are at to something better, you need AI. You need AI because instead of you having 20, 30 people on your payroll, you might just need 5 people. 5 people that understand this AI tool very, very well. And it means that you have, more cost-effective ways. Yeah, the session is recorded, Ojima, you'll be able to get it after, okay? So it means that you can improve your profits, improve your revenue without having to, lose a lot of money, okay? So freelancers, I'm working as a freelancer. I have full-timers, but I also work as a freelancer, contract opportunities, okay? Freelancing, $10, $15, you're making your buck quick, fast, and you go, okay? So this is also another opportunity for you. So we have over 1.6 open AI position globally with against 518,000 qualified candidates. That means almost half of it, they don't have qualified individuals. If you get into this pool, you make that gap a lot shorter, okay? Because right now it is only getting wider and wider. So we've gone over this. It takes about 66 days, 2 months, 66 days to fill an AI role. And every single person in this role could be exactly who they are looking for. Do you know what type of roles you should apply for? If you know something in marketing or you have a very key understanding in marketing, in healthcare, in whatever you're currently doing, just get AI added to what you've learned, and then you are good to go. Find niche roles. People go so much and say, oh, I'm looking for project management role, I'm looking for data analyst role, business analyst role. But then go on the job boards. You will see healthcare analyst, you see marketing analyst, you see sales analyst. You still fit into those roles. Okay. So find niche roles that ties back to what you currently know using AI in addition to it. And this is where you can get more jobs on a global scale. Okay. So some people will say, how have you guys done it? Yada, yada, yada. Testimonial time. These are real individuals. If you go on YouTube, type analytics business, go under the testimonials. I said we've helped over 4,000, not one, not two, 4,000 people. So Ahmed joined our data analytics program. He has never done anything healthcare related, but get what he was, basically gotten a job for. He got a job in NHS as a health informatics support worker. Does it sound anything data analytics related? Once you look at the title, you're like, is this something I can do? But yes, it is something you can do. Read the description as much as possible and find the common factor between what you already know and what the description is saying. So this is one of them. Then this is another person we have in the NHS. Zulia joined our business analysis program, and then she was able to get a job in the NHS as a project officer. Business analyst. Business analysis and project management, they share a boundary, a very interesting boundary with each other. Okay, so she was able to get a job as a project officer. Then we also have Ade. Ade was able to join the Agile Projects Management. NHS in the UK is one of the biggest when it comes to healthcare, okay? And now we have students, we churn out students day in, day out into this program, okay? So he became a senior project manager in the NHS. And as you can see here, you see that we're providing him reference letter. Why? For individuals that in Africa or, you are living in diaspora, one thing that you cannot vie away from is a reference letter. It will be funny if your reference letter is coming from a company in Nigeria. But then the company, as you can see, it is coming out from, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, to another global company. This is what they majorly request from you. They need a reference from a company on a global setting, and we would always back you up here. If they reach out to us to, do background check on you, we have your back 1,000%. Okay, so this is basically another thing we're going to be offering you in the program. So I want to do a case study scenario. This is one of our students who got a job this year. I want to show you step by step how he was able to achieve this and how you can if you stick to the steps. Okay, so Olusegun was able to get a remote role in Canada the same month, not one, not two, the same month he completed the program. How was he able to go about it? If you want to watch the video, just click here to watch. This is why I'm mentioning, please fill out the attendance form so that we can share this slide with you. Very, very important. Very, very, very important. I like to reach out to people once I'm done with the session. I would not be able to reach out to you if you do not fill the attendance form. I am not a magician. I don't know your name. I don't know you by what you currently do. Okay, so Olusegun is an operation manager for a logistic company in Lagos, Nigeria. Apologies to our international audience. I'm really going to be using this as a major case point, but you can just, simulate it in your head like I'm talking about your own particular country, okay? So Olusegun was an operation manager in a logistic company in Lagos, Nigeria. His background is finance, AI, they don't have a lot in common. But then look at what happens to Olusegun. He joined our program, our AI automation program, in November 2025. And then he was able to complete his program by January of 2026. What was he able to do end to end? In January 2026, he landed a remote job with a company in Canada as an AI automation engineer. He went ahead. After he was able to land the job, he saw that, because he came back to us to say, I see that there is a gap in Canada. That a lot of people are requesting for AI automation engineering projects. What if I set up my own consultancy, basically, and get this client? And now he has a full-on company doing that with over 10 to 15 clients in his payroll, on their payroll, basically. So he was able to do this end-to-end after he got into the program, okay? So how can you see the process end-to-end on this level, okay? So let's get into it. How did he get the job in 2 months? First off, he learned a high-demand skill that is eligible for remote job opportunities, okay? When I mentioned earlier, I said that there are certain skill sets that is a must, is a banger. When it comes to US, the UK, they are looking for you people like flies. After doctors, nurses, the next set of individuals on that level is AI tech skill professionals, okay? So let's see the very first one. I'm going to be mentioning 10 of them. If you're with your pen and paper, please take notes, okay? If you want to go and do the research on yourself, please be my guest. You can always validate this information. Take my word with a grain of salt. Do the research yourself. Okay. So the very first one we have is AI business process analyst. This ties back to business analysis. Why? Companies are springing up in the UK, springing up in the US. They want somebody that can come analyze, how can I improve my profit? How can I improve my revenue? Be able to make recommendation, proper recommendation end to end. Okay. Then the very next one we have is the generative AI engineer. What does generative AI mean? AI to generate, AI to create. This picture that you see here is AI generated. Okay, 1,001 pictures you see on LinkedIn with people in suits are AI generated. I fear for photographers' job because right now people can crop somebody's head and put another person's body, and you would not in 1,000 years know that that's AI. Okay, you have AI generated videos that people are using to market their business. Okay, so this is what AI engineer do. Okay, the very next one we have is the AI automation engineer. AI automation engineer, you guys are millionaires right now. Okay, what do you basically do for a company? You look at what are those tasks, what are those activities that people do that are repetitive over and over again, and how can you use AI to automate it? You send a message to Instagram, you see a bot reply to you, but what if you can have a smarter bot that sounds exactly like a human? Okay, that feels exactly like a human. People call you these days and you think that it's another human being that is speaking to you. But no, it is an intelligent bot that is speaking to you. This is where AI is taking activities to. Okay. The next one we have is AI data analyst. I always like to distinguish this by saying data analysts, AI data analysts are coming for your job and they're coming for it hard. How do I mean? The data analyst will spend weeks, if not months. Imagine you are doing an end of year report and you have about 20 departments in your company. They want you to present end of year reports. You have to first clean the data, analyze it, visualize it, put it in different dashboard before you can present it to your stakeholders. But guess what? You that is going to do it in 1 month, I would do it in 15 minutes. I'm not saying days, I'm saying 15 minutes. Excuse me, there are tools right now that all you need to do is put in the data set, and at the end of the day, it's able to generate a full-on dashboard for you. This is AI. Tell me, if I'm a company, am I going to pick someone who's going to take a month to get something done, or am I going to pick the individual that gets it in 15 minutes? Trust me, this is where AI data analytics is cannibalizing on the data analyst itself. The very next one we have is machine learning engineers. Oh God, machine learning at this point is derived from data science particularly. Okay, there are different type of workflows that are created day in, day out, year in, year out, that is integrated into the AI tool and basically able to achieve things a lot faster. Okay, if you're looking at your large language models, how you're able to build them at this point is with AI. Please forget any fancy technical words I'm mentioning here. The root cause is basically how can you make use of this to be able to make more money. You're going to learn step by step, work on projects, build end to end, but you need to know which of them you fit into. That's why I'm taking time to explain which of these different career pathways would work for you. Okay. The next one you have is AI workflow developer. So for different specific industries, they require different types of workflow. But the funny thing is the foundation is still the same. It is now specializing to what your industry would specifically require. So building a particular AI workflow would determine what industry you do it for. So you are not limited to, let's say, the finance industry or the cyber industry or the hospital, what do you call it now, the medical industry. You can diversify as much as possible. You can build workflows for different types of audience. Okay, so the very next one we have is AI business analyst. AI business analyst, AI business process analyst, very similar. That is why I tell you that nomenclature is very, very important. It means basically the same thing, but some individuals will use different job titles. So this is why you need to have a proper understanding of what you do to know that I fit into this, I also fit into this. Okay. So the very next one we have is AI project manager. So projects are typically supposed to be short, within a particular timeline, within a scope, and within a budget. Project managers are to oversee it end to end to ensure that you are hitting your goals and objectives. Okay, so this is where AI project management comes into play. In your Jira, Asana, all the project tools you can think of, how can I, instead of going through the manual process, use AI to achieve it faster, to build my Gantt charts, to build everything necessary to achieve this? Okay, so this is where AI project management comes in. And surely, like I mentioned, just because I added AI and went to learn the skill of AI project manager, I doubled what I basically received as just a project manager working for a company in the US. Okay, so the very next one we have is people workforce analytics specialist. This goes to my HR professionals. HR right now, you can benefit from AI in 3 ways. One, you can benefit from it when you're looking at recruitment. Instead of me spending a lot of hours looking at thousands of resumes, AI does that as against the criteria I created. The second one is building, your dashboard. You want to know attrition rates. You want to know, oh, what's the performance of my staff? You can use AI to build that dashboard. Then finally, we're looking at the HRIS system. I love that system so much. In Africa, we have a couple of them: Notch HR, Paid HR, Seamless HR, and so on and so forth. But you know what? You can build one specifically for your organization. So when I say HRI system, I'm talking about everything that has to do with HR practices. First off, your staff data. Secondly, everything appraisal, disciplinary action, leave, anything that has to do with HR, onboarding would be on that system. So it makes that process seamless. This is something that AI can help you achieve. Okay. The next one we have is AI HR analyst, people workforce analyst. You guys are sharing the same borderline. Okay. People and culture. That is basically HR in another format. Okay. So that is why I say this can tie back to HR professionals. People looking to get into HR can do this. AI project managers, you need to know. I'm giving you a sense of which would be a good part for you, but if you still have questions, you can put it in the chat. AI project managers are people who like to talk. If you like to talk day in, day out, you enjoy speaking, please know you can be a good fit here. You need to know that you're going to be on a leader. You're going to be on a leadership scale. So you're going to be leading people. You're also going to be a bit firm, but make sure that you have the interest of your staff, of your team at heart. Okay. Make sure that you're also as smart when relating information to stakeholders. That is one of the things or a couple of things that will make you thrive here. The AI business analyst, AI project manager can be for anybody. There's project management in every industry: finance, agriculture, whatever you want to think of, there's a project manager there. Business analyst applies to in the same vein. When it comes to business analysis, you are going to be looking at the business end to end. So that means it doesn't matter which business, whether it's a financial business, whether it's whether it's a marketing, anything specific, you can use AI for business analysis to achieve it. But you might want to ask me, Treasure, a financial, let me say an insurance company and an agricultural company is not the same thing. So how do I, as a business analyst with no prior understanding of each of these industry, be able to achieve those goals? This is where AI comes in. AI does the research for you. Imagine an insurance company setting up. One thing you need to look out for is the location, okay, the type of your target audience, the demography, and so on and so forth. All of this happens in requirements gathering phase. But if an agricultural company is setting up, it's not the same requirements for both of them. AI can separate the necessary information, bring it out for you, and present it. So it really doesn't matter. This is why the AI business analyst is very, very different from the business analyst itself. So we have Uchenna asking, how can I combine or leverage AI in project management in my current sales experience? Fantastic question. Okay, so project management is versatile. Okay, so you are looking to set up a particular project. You're running sales at the moment. One of the main things you're looking at is conversion, correct? You want to ensure that you're converting as many leads as possible to paying customers. Okay, so I would assume I'll just pick a particular industry. I'm selling solar panels. My project is to ensure that in the next 6 months, I'm able to get a conversion rate of $10 million in sales for solar panel. That is the project I want to achieve. So now to achieve this, there are different factors I need to look at. What is the customer, target customers I'm looking at? What are the resources I need to achieve this? What's the timeline? I already gave the timeline. What is the budget like? This is a project that I'm looking to do. So now I need to track my activities end to end to ensure that I am going to get there. If I'm going to get there in 6 months, what are the steps, actionable steps that I need to do from day one to the 6 month timeline mark to ensure I hit my goal? I outline them. On a day-to-day basis, do I check out those activities? Am I facing any issues when I'm selling? What are the feedback I'm getting? How can I improve on those feedback? That is project management in sales. This information, it is an iterative process. When I say iterative, it is flexible. You are always improving on it. This is where AI in project management comes into play. Do you know the very funny story? Your entire life is a project. Your wedding is a project. Education is a project. Anything you can think of is a project. Why? It has a starting and ending point. Everybody would come into this earth and everybody would leave. Okay? So everything that you do between the space of 80, 90 years to achieve your goal is a project. Do you understand? The milestones, when you're talking about milestones, or when you take your kid to kindergarten, or when they finish their education, when they get married, when they have kids, these are milestones. That's just it in the project management aspect, okay? So AI workflow developers, like I mentioned, it ties into different organizations. So let's say I'm working in the FMCG organization. I want to be able to predict when my machines are going to go bad. Or I'm working in the IT space. I want to predict when my laptop is going to go bad. I can use AI to achieve this. Okay, there are certain parameters to get to that information. So this also ties back to whatever industry you want to get into. Okay, so the AI data analyst, these are machine learning are very similar, so it's pretty much the same. The AI data analyst diversify as well. Okay, one of the things is data analysts, you would have financial analysts, you would have business analysts, you would have marketing analysts, customer support analysts, all of this information. One thing to know is data is raw facts and figures. Okay, so the raw facts and figures could be from a customer perspective, marketing perspective, but the core of the process is I want to be able to generate insight from all this information using AI. Using AI automation. Okay, so the AI automation engineer is very similar to AI workflow developer, and AI business analyst is also quite similar to the AI business process analyst. Okay, so Samson says, I'm a corporate travel consultant and I'm interested in AI automation engineer. Fantastic. I'm going to give you, I don't know if I should say this is company secret, but anyways, I work with a travel tech. They build travel solutions, but using AI for it. So one thing that I've been able to understand is AI can do a very fantastic thing for you. If you want to travel, you know that it's not as easy to get on one page. I want to travel, like I'm looking to travel at the moment, but then I'm not really sure what activities I can do in Ghana, or I can do in Rwanda or Zanzibar, as the case may be. What if on a platform, I can basically book my flight? It would give me the different activities that I need to do, based off wherever I'm going. It would give me accommodation all in one platform. This is something that is in the travel tech space at the moment. Everything you need, like a one-stop shop for travel consultancy, everything would be on that platform based off my budget. Let's say I'm looking to travel to Ghana. My budget is 5 million naira. With a 5 million naira budget, what does it cover from start to finish? I don't need to rack my brain. I don't need to start thinking of, leisure places, restaurants, all of that. I would get options with everything on one platform. This is something that AI can achieve for you. Something I hope that answers your question. Okay, so let's move a bit faster. So some people don't believe me that, AI, you get a lot of money for it. See the very first row. As an AI data lead, you get 180,000 to 220,000 USD per year. As a HR analyst, you're looking at 75,000 to 80,000 per year. As an AI business analyst, you're looking at 66.89 thousand, 103.34 thousand a year. I'm not saying if you do, please, if you convert this, I'm so sorry, because anytime that I receive money in dollars or pounds, I'm like, oh, what's the conversion in naira? That's the one thing that I think about. Okay, so if you convert it, you know how much that is. Okay, the project manager is looking at 95,000 to 112,000 per year. This is realistic jobs that you can apply for and make as much money as possible. Okay, so I just wanted to give you an insight on what that would look like. The average salary in the UK, you're looking at 60 to 90,000 pounds. In Canadian dollars, you're looking at 80,000 to 138,000 Canadian dollars. And then in USD, you're looking at 120 to 180,000 USD. Okay, so these are the programs that we have. There's AI for data analytics and HR. There's AI for business analysis and projects management. And then there's AI automation engineers. So people will tell me, oh, Treasure, I've never done anything data, project, business, AI automation. I've never done anything like that. Not to worry. If you can see, all the programs start with foundations, foundation of data, generative AI for analytics, foundation of AI for business analysis and projects managers, foundation for AI automation. So what that means is we're going to start from the very beginning, okay? And then we build as we go, okay? So you can see what the curriculum looks like. You can see the tools that you're going to be working with. For the AI for data analytics, you're looking at Julius AI, Quadratic AI, Bricks AI, Anything, Microsoft Excel. These are key tools, key AI tools for data analytics and HR analytics. For my people in the business analyst and project management space, you're looking at Jira AI, Asana AI, Perplexity AI, My Map AI, Anything. Funny story is that we've been using Jira and Asana for so long, but right now they've integrated AI in all of these different tools. Okay, for AI automation, you're looking at 11 labs. You're looking at Anything. You're looking at a lot of these AI tools. Okay, so if you're looking to get into the program, the classes are going to be on the weekends. So we understand that you're professional. We're not looking to, dissuade your time. So Saturdays, you have 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And you also get access to the LMS video. One thing to know is that all the live classes are recorded. You can see that as I'm speaking to you, this is recorded. Every session is recorded. And at the end of the day, if once you're done with the program, the next 5, 6, 1,000 years, you have access to the recording, lifetime access to the recording, okay? So the learning time is 2 months, that's 8 weeks in class, and then you're also going to work on projects. Every single week, you're working on a project. Why? I'm not coming to talk to you. I'm coming to teach you how to be able to build something. So at the end of the day, if you go for an interview, you're not going to have me there. You're the one that's going to work on whatever project they give to you. So we need to equip you with the right resources to be able to achieve that, okay? So the next thing is he learned the skill the right way. Before we get into that, are we still here? Are we sleeping? Are you awake? If you're here, you're live with me. Please give me your best emoji. Thank you, Mary Jane. Thank you, Nera. Thank you, Henry, Precious, and Yola. You all are truly, truly amazing. All right, so let's move into the next aspect. He learns the skills the right way. How did Olusegun learn? Best way to learn in this type of activity is not for somebody to come and talk to you. I am talking a lot, like I am talking too much. The best way to learn is if I tell you, oh, open your N810 platform, or build this basically get this trigger. Once you've gotten the trigger, execute the workflow at the end of the day. As I'm doing it, you are doing it. You are learning. Then after we do that, we give you a class exercise to do. You resolve it. After that, you get an assignment. For you to learn in this activity is for you to do it over and over again. This is not something that you learn and then you stop at some point. No, it's for you to do it over and over again constantly. So you learn in a project-based environment, learning by doing the real work, not having someone come to talk to you, but you doing the work. The other way of learning is showcasing your work. We're now very into how can you land a job role. Building is amazing, okay? If you've ever had online vendors on your WhatsApp, they can be very interesting. They can post about 20, 30 pictures of what they are currently selling. So you yourself, you are a product that you are selling. So we need to ensure that information is out there as much as possible. Please, please, and please, I can't emphasize this enough. Post your work. Post it, be proud of what you do. If you've never heard anything in this session, you would know I'm a project manager because I've said it 1001 times. You yourself need to put that out there as much as possible. Make sure that constantly you're always showcasing what you're building. Never be shy of what you've learned. Never be shy of doing that. Okay. So the very next thing is look at the project that you're working on. If you get into the program, you're going to be working about 15 different projects in 8 weeks. Why? We're going to drill you. This is going to be the most interesting 8 weeks of your life. Okay. Because you're going to build, make mistakes, get correction. You would have a support system from your classmates as well as the facilitator to hit your goals. Okay. So once you're done with the program, you're getting a certificate. In the UK, if you are in the UK at the moment, you know that the CPD is one of the highest standing accreditation. In the US, it's the American Council of Training and Development. That certificate that you are holding after the program is internationally and globally recognized anywhere in the world. This certificate will boost your CV wherever you go to. Why? It is not just fanciful, because it has attestation as well as accreditation from these key organizations. Okay, so after this, it is to gain foreign work experience. Okay, I'm going to move a bit fast. I want to wrap up in the next 15 minutes so that I can give you time to answer and ask questions. Okay, but please stay with me to the end. I have a very, very, very important aspect. Okay, that I myself, not the company, I myself, I'm going to give to you once we are done with the session. Okay, so gain foreign work experience. Remember, at the start of the session, I told you that for you to apply for a job and say, oh, I've worked in UBA, or I've worked in Fidelity or Guarantee, nobody really cares about that. They want to know keyword. You can see foreign is highlighted in like an orange font. Why is this? It is the important. They want the word foreign. Once they see the company that you're working with, the location, oh, Canada, oh, okay, maybe let's see what is on your CV. Time and time again, when I was applying for roles, I was interning with companies in Europe. When I started, I didn't have any experience. I was interning with companies in Europe, in the US. Why? Because I just needed that location on my CV. Oh, when I now meet up with the interviewer, oh, you've worked with a company in the UK. Okay, that's great. That's one of the things that stood out to them. Do you also know the very funny story? The very interesting aspect of it is they will tell you, you've worked in the US, you've worked in the UK. Great. Please, let's move on to the next discussion. Why? Just significantly because you've worked in a country that, that they basically expect you to work in. So you really need that foreign work experience. If not for anything, you're looking to get a job in the UK, US, this is paramount for you. But you don't have to worry. The company is based in the US, in Canada and the UK. So we're already a foreign company. So we tell our students, put on your CV, put on your LinkedIn profile, I am working with analytics business. I'm working with analytics. Why? It already gives you that leverage. When they ask you for reference data, the reference data is coming from a company in the UK, coming from a company in Canada. So this is something that makes them, regard you a lot more than others. Okay. So one thing is once you've gotten your foot in after your CV process, then it's now for you to be able to defend it. You already have the experience. You've shown the evidence of work on your platform. So how do I apply for this job? How do I apply for this job? Okay, so one thing you need to know is you cannot randomly apply for a different type of roles. It's a waste of time. Now I'm going to explain in 2 minutes what your CV needs to look like. Please take a pen and a paper, note this down. Make sure you fill the attendance form. We watch this aspect, okay? On your CV, if you're applying for a role, I'm going to use a case study, data analyst, and the job on the job title from the link you're applying for, it shows customer experience analyst. Please don't put data analyst with 5 years of experience. That is not who they're asking for. They're asking for a customer experience analyst. You're a data analyst, quite all right, but ensure that the very first keyword on your CV should be the job title that they're asking you for. Please and please ensure that that is always stated there. Okay. In the job description, they say, oh, I need someone with 6 years of experience. You're someone with 10 years plus of experience. Please put over 6 years of experience. Don't put over 10 years of experience. Why, you may ask? Because they might feel like you're overqualified for the job. You need to know that the CV is your entryway into this platform. you need to give them, you need to be the literal answer to their prayer. So ensure that everything on your CV matches their requirements. Okay. So make sure you put the number of years of experience as in the job requirement. Make sure that your executive summary is not more than 2 lines. I've seen with 4 or 5 lines, it's just a lot of yapping. I'm trying to skim through this as fast as I can. Okay. The next thing is you have your key information starting it, your name. If you have any key certificates in project management, you have your PMP, CSM, and so on and so forth. For other industries, you know the certifications that you need. Please attach it right beside your name. Your LinkedIn profile is a must, your email is a must, your phone number is a must. Okay. After your executive summary, please, the next thing to move into is your technical competencies, your skills and your competencies. Highlight the skills that you have. I'm going to go back into project management because I'm familiar with that. Resource management, leadership skill, communication, the specific tools that you're familiar with, please highlight it there. You move into your experience. Once you have the job, the job title that you have, the location of the job, from what year to what year, a slight bit of information about the company. The next bullet point that talks about your experience should not be more than 5 bullet points. Please make sure it is action and achievement. And since people say, oh, I have worked with individuals to achieve certain goals, always quantify it. I've worked with 5 people in the US, the UK, globally. Just explained on that level. To do what? What is the achievement? Make sure that it's stated. Then the next thing is education and certification. Now, what a lot more people are concerned about is the certificates that you have. Please go ahead to highlight them. This makes your CV end-to-end. You can always run a check with ChatGPT. You can always create ChatGPT as an ATS system to vet your CV, and then at the end of the day, it gives you if you're a good fit or not. Okay, so I was able to get jobs by applying to these different job boards. Okay, you would need reference for the job. And like I mentioned earlier, analytics business is going to be able to provide you with this reference end-to-end. So please don't worry about that. So these are the different individuals that we've helped. I mentioned that at the start of the call. A lot more testimonials are going to be on our YouTube page. So how do we help you land this job? Very, very interesting. First of all, you need to learn. Pick a course. AI for data analytics / HR analytics, AI automation, AI business analyst. Gain the experience. When I say gain the experience, all the projects you're working on is going to be on your CV. Revamp your CV. I just gave you brief hints. But then when you get into the program, we're also going to offer all of this to you as an extra service, no added cost. Then your LinkedIn profile. I can't overemphasize how many requests I've gotten from recruiters on LinkedIn just because of the setup. You need to post on LinkedIn. Please post on LinkedIn. For individuals or companies you want to work with, make sure that you respond or you communicate on their post as well. Make sure that you post your projects that you've created. Make sure the experience section shows what you've been able to achieve. Make sure that you get recommendations from senior officers. Any other person that can recommend you is very important. Put your certifications up there. For posts that do really well, feature it. Feature your certificates on your LinkedIn profile. These are sure ways to get you a job. Another thing is on your LinkedIn profile, because I toggle on my recruitment button. You need to have on your profile that headline. If you're looking for project manager, you're looking for data analyst, please confirm you can still hear me. Okay, great. Oh, I thought I lost connection for a bit. All right, thank you. So the major information that are going to be picked up, your project, the major information rather is the job title of that role. So you need to ensure that you have that key information there, because that is what they are going to pick from your LinkedIn profile. Ensure it is always stated there. Okay. The next thing is mentorship. We're going to offer you mentorship. So how to then get job opportunity? You know, I can see thumbs up and thumbs down. I'm not really sure if anyone can still hear me. Okay. Am I back? Okay, I would assume I am. Okay, thank you very much, guys. So I'm gonna wrap this up quickly. It's like, everybody's telling me treasure, come and be going. All right, so for the mentorship session, we're going to get individuals into the mentorship session that will be able to provide you with those internal referrals for these jobs. Okay, and then we have interview prep. Once you start getting interviews, the way we interview here in Africa is very different from how it's done globally. So we need to ensure that you are fully prepared every time you get an interview. This is for life. Even after you're done with the program, you can always reach out to us. Then finally, the job reference. This is not the only case. After getting reference, while you are still I thought MTN was doing 25 years today. I'm switching between MTN, Glo, and Airtel just so that I can stay connected. What was I saying now? For the job reference letter, we're going to be able to offer that to you end to end. But then there's something I've not mentioned. For my guys that are not looking to leave their job, their business, and so on and so forth, but you want to be able to, get those freelancing roles, $10 per hour, $15 per hour. We're going to help you on that level as well. So we have three categories of people looking to get full-time roles, people looking to build their business, or people looking to get contract roles. Everybody is going to be taken care of end to end. So you're also going to have to apply. We have the paid job boards specifically for tech analytics that we give our students. This is exclusive. And then funny story is not all jobs that you get you need to apply for. There are job roles that you get from other means. We like to call it the hidden job market. And this is one of the sure ways that we've helped our students achieve those goals. Okay. So basically, okay, let's move to the very, very interesting, tenable conversation. Are you comfortable where you are right now? If you're comfortable where you are right now, please give me a yes in the chat or drop a no in the chat. Are you comfortable where you are? I'm getting thumbs down. I'm not getting yes or no. Are you comfortable where you are right now? The money that you're making, do you like it? The job that you're in, do you like it? The amount of time that they take from you, do you like it? Are you good with your growth level, your promotion level, and so on and so forth? If yes, please, I'm looking for someone to type a yes, because even me, myself, I am not comfortable where I am right now. I can always be better. I can always make more money. And you can do that as well. I want you to know that you can never get comfortable in a sport. Dangote is not comfortable. Otedola is not comfortable. Mark Zuckerberg is not comfortable. Why should you be comfortable? You cannot be comfortable, okay? So this is basically what we're looking for. I need people that are hungry to make money the right way, to build careers that go years and years ahead of them. So this is just some more testimonials of individuals that we've helped. People will tell me that as a teacher, will I be able to convert to AI? Yes, you can. This is a teacher that was able to make a full-time role. We also have a care worker in the UK who moved from care working to basically a business analyst. And then we have Bukola, who was able to get two roles, one as a data business analyst and the other as a business analyst. Okay. So all of these are, all available on our YouTube channel. So when is the next cohort starting? We had a cohort that started today. If you still want to join that, great. The next cohort is starting September 5th, the first Saturday of next month. If you are ready to take that step to be able to build your career in the right pathway, get the necessary support, build real projects, then this is for you. Okay? So how do you go about it? Everything that you're going to be investing on, this is what is going to cover. The program, the projects, your optimization, CV, interview prep, building portfolio, all of this, okay? So the regular price for the program is going to be 300,000. Stay with me, don't run, okay? But right now, you've joined this webinar and basically you're going to be getting discounts for that, okay? So which brings it down to 200,000 naira if you're making a one-time payment. Or if you want to secure your slot right now, because we have very limited slot for this discount. After, I think, the first 10 people, it goes back to normal. So you can secure your spot with just 140,000 if you don't want to make the full payment, okay? So how do you go about registering for this? So this is the website. My colleague is going to put it in the chat. We have 3 key programs, and I've talked about all of them during the session. There is AI for business analysis and project management. There is AI automation, and then AI for data analytics. If you want to register for any of them, just click on enroll now. Okay. I don't know why this isn't. Once you click on enroll now, it will take you to another page. The page will ask you to choose between September and October cohorts. Once you've been able to select the cohort of interest for you, it would now ask you to be able to make your payments. You want to make a full-time payment or you want to pay in 3 installments, okay? So once you click on the full-time payment, you can pay in whatever currency, Naira, Ghana cedis, US dollars, pounds, whatever currency, you can go ahead to make your payments, okay? But then I have something very, very specific for the first 5 people. I'm going to take my time out to do something specific for you, okay? And what is that? The first 5 people, if you're able to register this night, you're going to get an exclusive remote job strategy session with myself. So I would build a specific career plan, support you with what your CV needs to look like, help you with the updates for your LinkedIn, have multiple sessions with you until you go through the program, we move on to the facilitator. But from this stage, I would help you build out what your career plan needs to look like. Answer any question, give you necessary guidelines to achieve your goal. This is just for 5 people. I don't have the bandwidth for more than 5 people. So if you're interested in this, please just go on the website. Once you go on the website, you choose your preferred course of choice, click on the payment plan, you choose your cohort, September or October. You can actually make payment now. If you can't start in September, you start in October. I'll choose October. This is the full payment. This is the 2 installments. I want to go with the full payment. You can see that you can pay in USD, pounds, Ghana cedis, and so on and so forth. So once you choose your specific choice, you click on pay. It will take you to pay stack. You transfer, you pay with your card, whatever works best for you. You're able to register for the program. If you want to be able to benefit from what I've mentioned for you this night, please, I just have 5 people, 5 slots, and then I call it a night, okay? But then we have 10 available slots for the discount this evening. So once you make your payment, please reach out to Zuliat, Zuliat to be able to send you the registration details for you to move forward on here, okay? And also, please send me your receipts because you are going to have a conversation with myself. I want to ensure that I have your details on hand. So please also send me a receipt and then we take the conversation from there. Okay. So now that we have that all squared away, I would give the next 15 minutes. Let's wrap up by 9:30. That will be 13 minutes rather for questions. If you have any questions at all, please don't be shy. It might not even be about money. It might be about, understanding this a bit more. You can either raise your hand or you can put it in the chat what your questions are. If you have questions, please raise your hand. If you've made payment, I put my number in the chat. Please send me your receipt so I can take account of your information and then also send Zuliat the receipt as well. Okay. So if there are any questions, anything you need me to clarify on, please raise your hand. If you can't, you don't want to speak, you can put your question in the chat. I'm also looking at the chat as well. Okay. So yeah, time for questions. Can anyone still hear me? I hope I've not been speaking to myself. If you can still hear me, give me a thumbs up. Okay, great. Because you guys are not asking questions, though. Okay, let me also give availability for everyone to unmute their mic so they can ask question. Okay, so the first person I have here is Solomon. Hi, Solomon. Please go ahead with your question. Hi, Solomon. Solomon, are you there? If you're speaking, you're muted. Okay, I'm not getting any response. All right, please go on.
Can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear.
All right, sorry, I joined a bit late. So the 140,000 is for what actually, right? Because I'm on the website right now. I'm seeing 200,000. I'm seeing 40% off. And I'm seeing AI for business analytics. And then, sorry, I joined late, so I didn't follow. But I followed through the whole scope of the training. Right. So I want to know the payment structure. What is that? I missed out. I think network page happened during the time you were explaining the payment structure. Thanks.
All right, no worries. I'll take it again. So we have 2 payments plan. Because we understand that, Nigeria, Africa, UK, wherever you are, you might not be able to make payments at once. So you have the option to either make a full payment or you can pay in 2 installments. You might see that the 2 payment installments is, on the higher side if you're paying twice. But then again, we try to make sure that we encourage people making a one-time payment as much as possible. The original program, the original cost rather is 360 specifically, but we are cutting it down to just 200,000 if you're making a one-time payment. But if not, you want to pay in 2 installments, you pay 140,000 naira twice to make up the amount. Okay, so these are the two payment options that you have. You can either make one-time payment or you can pay 2 installments, whatever works best for you. Does that answer your question, Solomon? Hi, Solomon. Did you get that? Can
Yes,
anyone
I
still
did.
hear me?
Yes, yes, I did.
Okay. All right. All right. Great. 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 Does that clarify?
Yes, it does.
Hi, Solomon. Okay. All right. So I'll move on to the next person. Austin. Hi, Austin. Please go ahead with your question. Austin, are you there? If you're speaking, you're muted, Austin.
Sorry, before Austin speaks,
Okay, I'm not
the
getting
relocation we talked about, we didn't touch on that.
the what?
It's like one-on-one session with you, taking through, like there's something you did about if someone paid now, you take them through some before the course. I didn't get that clear.
Okay, so I have 5 available slots for individuals that the first 5 people that are able to make payment this evening, where I'll take them end on like a career job strategy like session, one-on-one session with them, where we'll go through their CV, what are the steps and plans they need to build their LinkedIn profile up until how they can land those job roles. Okay, so this would be a personalized session between myself and the individuals that have been able to register, at least the first 5 people. They'll be able to benefit, but the discount is still available for all. But I'm talking about a specialized session that I'll be able to take individuals end to end on. Solomon, did you get that?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right. All right. Thank you. Austin, your hands are still raised, but I'm not getting any feedback from you. Please, if you have any questions, you don't want to talk. You are okay. Is that Austin?
Can you hear me? Yeah, this
Okay,
is
I can hear
Austin
you now.
talking.
Please go on.
My question, can you hear me?
I can. Please go on.
I want to ask basically on the area of certificate. If you do not have any maybe high school certificate, or can you participate in this program very well?
Yes, you can. You can participate in the program. This is not a certificate-oriented program. For tech skills, what they are majorly looking at is your portfolio, the skills that you have, the skills that you're able to build. We've had business owners that don't have high school diploma or whatnot go into the program, and right now they are AI automation engineers. So you don't need a certain level of background of school certificates to get into this. You just need this tech certificate and building your projects portfolio to get on it. So for individuals that don't have the certificate, they can actually, as far as you can read and write, you know the basics of how to make use of a laptop, you are good to go.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So Austin, you can go ahead to lock in your slots. Full payment, 2 installments. I see that two people have made payment. Please, if you made payment, send me your receipt. Send Juliet your receipt. Okay. I'm just looking for 5 people right now to build the conversation that I talked about. Send Juliet your receipt, send me your receipt, and we can take it up from there. You can also put it in the chat once you've made payment, so we can also follow up with you. Okay. So I'm going to go into the chat. If you have any questions, please feel free to use the chat section. Okay, Olatunji said, I want to join the September course, but can only be able to pay in the next 2 weeks. Can the window still be open? Yes, the window would be open for the discount price, but you wouldn't get to benefit from having a conversation with myself, but you would still have access to the discounts, okay? I would really, really recommend that you're able to lock in your slot now, because one thing is, we're doing it on a slot by slot basis. It's not going to be on a, oh, in the next 2 weeks, it's going to be over. It's going to be on, we have 50 slots for each program. If the 50 slots for AI project management is up, that's the end of it. If the 50 slots for this is up, that's the end of it. So we encourage you to register as soon as possible so that you can benefit from it very, very quickly. Okay? Olatunji, I hope that responds to your question. If you are good, please give me a thumbs up so I know that you got that loud and clear. Hi, Olatunji. All right, great. So the next question is, Giwa said, do we need a laptop to start it? Absolutely, you need a laptop. The type of programs that you're going to be working with, you can't put them on your phone. You actually need a laptop system for them. So you need a laptop 1001%. But what I would like to tell you is, if you don't have a laptop right now, you can make payment in advance, because the prices that you see right now is only going to go up. We have a very high demand for AI programs. It's not like we're trying to siphon your money. It is value for money. So that is why the price would go up. So it's best that you secure your slot now. You might not be able to start in September. You have the option to start in October while you gather money for your laptop. Okay. So Giwa, I hope that answers your question. If it answers your question, please give me a thumbs up so that you know loud and clear what it is. All right, great. The next person is Abdullahi. Is there going to be an online session like this before the next cohort? Oh, yes. We have webinar sessions every week, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. But please don't wait for another online session to make payments, to be very, very honest. If you come for a next online session, the particular program you might be looking to get into might just have been filled. Like I said, slot by slot basis. Once it wraps up, we move on to the next, we wait for the next cohort, okay? And then the pricing definitely is going to go up with it, okay? So Abdullahi, please just register and go ahead to make your payment. Who else? Andrew said full payment is how much? Full payment is 200,000. Part payment is 140,000 twice. Juliet has also responded on here. Okay, so we have 3 payments now. I just need my lucky last 2. Okay, so please, guys, if you have any questions, if you've made payments, I beg of you, please send me your receipts so that we can send you the registration form. Also send it to Zuliat so they can take note of it. Why I'm asking for it is so I can know those individuals I'm reaching out to, so that we can have those one-on-one sessions, help you, help yourself hit your goal, okay? And why you're sent to Zuliat is so that she can take account of it and then send you the necessary registration information, okay? If you have any other question, please put it in the chat. We have about 3 minutes to 9:30, so I'm just going to do a check-in with everyone on the call that's still here. If you are still here, the main reason is Shegun said, I'm interested in AI automation, but can only pay in 2 weeks thereabouts. Will the price still stay? Like I responded to someone earlier, the price will remain, but the only issue is the slots might have been filled up. Okay, all right, let's do it this way. Okay, guys, so that maybe 200 might be a third bit to get in one sitting. I have 2 more slots. So if you are able to lock in 100K and make your balance, within the 2 weeks timeline, you'll be able to get with the full payment. This night, the 100K, if you're able to lock the first 100,000 this night, and then you're able to pay the balance, when you're able to do that, you can go ahead. They'll send you the link to do that. But if you're going to wait until another timeline, then I don't know how I can help you. I want to ensure that I speak with as much people as possible to ensure that we hit a good number. So if you have that payment plan, you don't have the full 200, you have 100, you have another, you make the balance 100,000 in 2 weeks, 1 week, before the start of class, then we can work with you on that timeline. Chukune says, what of those that paid before now? Did they qualify with a one-on-one with you? Fortunately, unfortunately, well, it wasn't in my session because I don't even know the name. But then again, I can reach out to you. So you just send me a message. Since you're already registered, I think I can take that liberty to have a conversation with you. But this is for, freshly paid individuals. You can send me a message. You're already in the program, so I would extend that out to you. So please, if you have a question, put it up. I have given you as much. Can I pay 100K this night and 100K by morning? Yes, Andrew, you can go ahead to do that. That's what I'm saying. Because I can see maybe 200K. It took. You can literally just split the money. I have 2 more slots. You can pay 100K this night, 100K by Monday, so you can finalize with the full payment. Zuliat sent the flexible payment link for individuals that can't make the full. Because I know you might be saying 2 installments, 280K total. Is this full payment I want to pay? Well, I've given you another way, out of this. Just go with that payment plan so we can have a discussion. 2 more slots, and for those that have made payments, please and please send me your receipts, okay? Let's go into the session. Go into the chat. Does anyone else have any question? Akinloye Olayowaju, you've been awfully quiet. Do you have a question? Akinloye, are you there? If you have a question. Yes, Solomon, I just said that. If you can pay the 100K now, you would balance your payments on or before the start of class. That's fine, okay? Because, like I said, 200K might be hard to cough out at once. We can split it into 2. I have 2 more slots, and it's looking like it's going to be taken before the end of the session. So please, guys, ensure that you're getting on this. I want to ensure I have a conversation with you. I want to give back. I'll put it like that. I want to share my knowledge and ensure that you start making money as soon as possible. So please, you can go with that payment plan. For individuals that are still on the call, 40 plus of you are here for a reason, okay? If you have a question, put it in the chat. I'm not saying speak to me. I'm giving you that liberty, okay? So if you have a question, please do that. If you want to reach out to me personally, do that, but I will be very limited on the questions I can answer in my WhatsApp DM. So just ask your question here so I can respond to you, okay? Let's see. Akinloye, are you still with us? I'm going to call out everyone because for you to stay up to this point, it means there's a reason why you're still here. Akinloye, are you still here? Okay. Abdullahi has already asked this question. Apagwio. Okay. Apagwe, are you still here? Okay. Not getting any response. Andrew has asked. Austin has asked. Silas, are you still on the call? Hi, Silas. Okay. I know Joel. I think Joel has registered. Beatrice, if you're on the call, you have any question?
Called.
Do you have any question?
I'm here.
No, not really. Just thinking on how to strategize and how to source money as soon as possible.